Hello everyone and welcome to the G-Rated Family Gaming Channel. I'm going to show you how to get this diver's helmet as a part of the Atlantis event. So you're going to go to Trade Lands. As soon as you start out, you get your welcome message. Go to this Concerned Sailor. Basically, if you spawn in this area, I picked the bottom group. If you go to a different area, the Concerned Sailor is going to be in a different spot. But after that, you need to get on a boat, go talk to John McAdams. If you don't have a boat, go like 2 docks down and talk to the shipyard guy and then build a boat, and then you can come over there and you can spawn a boat. You have to do that before he'll let you spawn a boat. After you do that, you've got an arrow, and follow the arrow. You're going to try to find a wrecked ship. So there's a crashed ship over here. You're going to go up there and then talk to this guy, the lone survivor, as a part of the crashed ship. And then you talk to him, and then behind him, basically, it's hard to see because it's at night for mine, but there's a little warp, there's a little teleporter thing. You just go climb up that mast on the other side, and then you'll climb up there. And then you go into this little area, like a lost space, and then follow the blue lights, just follow the trail. There's little blue lights on the trail, pretty easy. You go in here, and then there's a little door in the back, and then you go up the stairs as so. And then in here, now everybody's trying to get into a party. You can type /INV and then the person's name to invite them, or you can stand around and try to get invited to a party, but you need 3 or 4 people because you're gonna have to work together to solve these puzzles. So make sure you are in a puzzle or in a group of people that want to work together. The first one's easy, you just stand on those things. This second one's a little different. So you see that there's going to be, out of 4 areas, there's going to be each time you stand on one of these, the lasers just rotate, and you want to get the lasers to rotate around so you can get them to actually point to the very last door. So you just keep standing on these pillars. Each time you stand on it, it'll move it. All right, see that one, that moves that one down, and you're basically just trying to work your way to where the lasers are reflecting their way to the door so that you can open the door. So there we go. We can press this one more time. See, so now that door is open because the laser's in there. So in this next part, I thought that you had to beat all of the Guardians, so we went on there and we were fighting the Guardians for a really long time. So you can see us trying to get this stuff pulled out here. Make sure, if you guys are using an Xbox controller or something, it's gonna be really hard. So make sure you kind of use a keyboard for this one because it really doesn't work. I think this one is a PC only mission actually, but you can try to take out the guards so that they're not bugging you. But what you guys really want to do is push, there's like 4 levers I believe around the map, so you have to get all the people in the group to pull the levers at the exact same time. So it takes communication. Make sure you guys are standing on levers at the same time and communicate. You just have to say, you know, ready, set, go, and then after you guys say go, you guys are gonna pull those. So like after we got tired of fighting these guys so much, we tried to go ready, go, and then oh, so those weren't at the same time, but the gate will open up if you guys do it at the same time. So we're gonna try this again together as a group another time. So ready, set, go, and then we open it, and then all those flames go blue at the same time, and then the gate opens, and you can go down below to the next level. So this part is a little tricky. First, it's a maze. You have to just wander around the maze until you find, basically there's going to be these 6 color code things. And you're supposed to stand on these 6 colors in a certain order to unlock a door. So here are the colors, and then if you go around the corner, just around the corner to that, you'll find the door. It's just, you go around, you take a left, and then the door is just right there, just right around the corner. And so you can see how the dots are lining up. So communicate with your teammate. Have a teammate stand on them. When it turns, when they stand on a color and it turns the first dot light, the first light lights up, then you let them know, you do that, and then let them keep standing on the next one after that. And then if it resets the whole thing, then you say nope, and you know that the color that they used is not the next one in the sequence. So then they've got the first color, second color, third color. They try the 4th one. If it lights up the 4th one, it works. Stepped on a 5th one. If it's the wrong color, it's going to start all over. So basically you guys need to communicate. If you guys have voice and you guys can talk on Discord, it's even better, but you have to get them in a certain order. Basically you have to stand on those little things in that proper order. He'll show you here. See right around that corner there, that's exactly where it was. So ours was what? Blue, pink, red, green, yellow, purple, or was it purple was the first one? But it's going to be different for you guys. Okay, so you guys are going to have kind of a different set because I've seen a lot of people say that it's, you know, a different order. So you're just basically going to have to work with people because it basically randomizes and respawns. So make sure you are working with your friends in order to make that happen. Now this next one is very, very tricky. It was a pain because we thought we were doing it right. I mean, we'd have the bottom person. So basically you have to have somebody standing on the bottom one and then let the person from the bottom go to the next level. And also remember, guys, you have a certain amount of stamina. If you guys are jumping or you're in the water and you can't jump, just remember that you have stamina. And that little yellow bar there next to some of your items, if it goes low, you're not going to be able to make these jumps. So if you realize that you jump and you're just not going far, it's probably because you've done some jumping. And see, we ended up like messing this up several times. You kind of have to leapfrog and ladder your way up to the top. It's really, really tricky. So you guys have to communicate and work together. But I think basically, you know, 2 people have to be standing on some of these pillars, and then most of them will work. But if you guys only have one person like standing on a pillar at a time, then it's not actually going to work. So as you can see here, we're struggling with this many, many, many times. So I'm just showing you guys, like, if you guys are going to struggle with this, then don't worry. You guys aren't the only one who's struggling with this. It takes a lot of effort. Basically, try to get to the top. So we're working together, and as long as 2 people are standing on those things at the same time, we were good. So it's like, you know, those 2 were standing, and then we were able to kind of keep going up the ladder each time. So you can see now that those blue things are staying, but it's weird. Like, you try to be really quick and make the jump, but it won't really work. You kind of have to work together to make this happen. This part was a little confusing, but as you can see on the left there is a little lever, and then if you go up a little higher, there's another lever, and then there's another lever, and you want to try to get all the levers, and then basically after you get that, a big waterfall is going to start pouring down, and this thing's going to fill up, and then you swim to the top. So just watch how we do this here. As you can see, we're kind of struggling through it still a few more times, and the other person was able to get to the top. I sort of had to stay on one of those levers there, more towards the bottom. Anyhow, as you can see, sometimes, you know, you got to have that lever and see how the water's starting to pull after come down as she pulls that lever. And he was at the top, and then he pulled the second lever. So they basically were able to get on those 2 spots and pull the levers together, and then the water starts filling up on the bottom. It takes a little bit after the water starts pouring, but basically it's going to start filling up this whole thing with water. And then you guys go up to the top. You can see I'm just trying to climb to the top. But we've already pulled both those levers at the same time. So here we go. Now you can swim to the top. Now on the top part, after you swim a little bit, just watch your, I thought it was like totally glitched, like I could not get up there. And I totally forgot that I have to wait and let my stamina regain. So I wait there, let my stamina go up, then I can jump up there, and yeah. So this next part is very crazy too. You use the B button on the keyboard to pick up these little prisms. And there's also one little thing that somebody has to stand on in the corner to make it work. So there's a bunch of these like kind of transparent little, see those little things? You can pick those up. You press the B button and you pick those up, and they reflect that light. See how there's light coming out of here, and that person's putting the prism in that spot. So you want to move the prisms, and they're very tricky. They don't really work with you that well. And see how that person's standing over there on that spot? The person who's standing there on that little stone is making the laser come out. So after the laser comes out, basically you want to just kind of reroute it, keep routing it to the door that's in the end. There's all these pillars that are in the way. So as you can see, it's really tricky to get that thing to kind of stand where you want it to move where you want it to be. So just keep working with it. It's not too difficult as far as like challenging. Like mentally, but it is tricky because these little prisms don't work exactly how you want them to work. Okay, so this laser beam, once it's going through, if you're standing on this little pillar and then the laser beam goes away, as you can see how it just went away while I was standing on the pillar. So that means that I got through that part, and that we shine the laser on the door. So now you're gonna come in here, and there's all these guardian robots that you have to defeat. You just have to defeat all these guys. Work together as a team. I recommend, if you guys can, like if you die, it's okay, you'll respawn, you'll still keep coming back, so you don't have to worry about that. Try to get them stuck. Like the robots will try to go after your teammates, and if you get them stuck on a rock while they're focusing on one of the other teammates, then you can just kind of keep chopping at them that way, and that is another way to do it. Just try to keep getting them stuck on the rock, and then go around and defeat them that way. There's several of them. It's going to take a little bit, but as soon as you defeat all these guys, then you are going to get the item. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, get your friend to stand on the other side of the rock, and then just go after the robots after there. Sometimes the robots are stuck in the corner, so if you haven't gotten the item yet, then make sure there's no robots just like sneaking around hiding somewhere, because sometimes these robots are hidden. But after you get every single robot, you will see take out the last robot. Congratulations, you have earned a virtual prize for completing the mission. So you've completed the mission. Now you go to your avatar and you've got this cool diver's helmet. Take a look at that diver's helmet. I hope this has been helpful for you guys. Please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so you get future notifications of videos.